Today we're going to talk about roofs, okay, properties. You see how the roof here on houses, roofs on houses, you really want to look at the condition of how the roof looks. You want to look how the condition of a roof looks on a house in a tax sale. How is the condition? Is it pretty beat up? Is it in good condition? What is going on with the property? That's your responsibility as a tax sale investor, is to walk. See here? Just walking on the sidewalk. That's all we're doing. We're walking on the sidewalk. Walking on the sidewalk here, and we're looking at how the roofs look. You see? Now, you can see they look all different types of roof, but they're all basically similar. They're all composition. I haven't seen any at all that are metal roofs. I haven't seen any at all that are slate roofs, or, you know, the other types of roofs that they have, tile roofs. I haven't seen any of that stuff. Okay. So now you look at this one. This is kind of interesting. You see how, I don't know where all that white stuff is on that roof. That's something you want to look at, okay? But if you look at these houses now, you see this one here? You see this roof here? You can see that one right there? Okay, that's an older type of roof. That's going to be an older type of roof. Now it's coming, in my opinion, it's coming to the end of its life. That roof right there. It's kind of coming to the end of the life. You can see some of the wood underneath it's pretty bad too. So you, as the investor, have to do some homework. You got to do some homework. You got to basically see how everything looks. Okay? You see this here? See how this roof looks? Right there, right there. Okay? Nice condition roof. Nice roof there. How the condition works. Right there. Okay? So you as an investor have to look at these roofs. You have to consider, how does the roof look of what I plan on buying at the property? It's important to know that. Know the condition of this roof. It's important that we're here. Right there. Okay? So as we're doing all this here, we're basically looking at how the roofs look, how the roof condition looks of a property. Okay? And that will make a difference of the value of the property, you know? The thing I tell people is, like, when you are doing this here, the higher the expense of the property is going to be, the higher the chance that what? They're going to fix up the property. The lower the value, the lower the price of the property, you could say, the less likelihood they're going to fix it up. Your house is worth only $70,000, $80,000. They're not going to go in and spend a lot of money fixing that property up, because they say, I'm not going to spend all that money fixing that property up at all. So, important, look at the roofs of a property. Look at the condition of the roof of the property. How does it look? Okay? That makes a difference of what you want to bid on a property, on the roofs. Okay? So it's important that we know all this. We know, you see this here? Show you, we're almost wrapping up, but you see how the roofs are? Looks a nice shingle roof. Because when you are buying a property at a tax sale, a roof can be very, very expensive. Okay? We don't know if you pull off the roof, is the wood bad underneath the wood, underneath the roof, or not. Okay? Yeah, palm trees, fire hazard. Yeah, I would agree. You know, you can have trees, fire hazard all over the place. It's very small. You know, if you ever come here and we think about a palm tree, as a fire hazard. When you go into some of these other areas, you got bushes all over the place. That's a big fire hazard there. Here it's not so bad because there's no place to burn underneath there. Mostly all cement. Okay, mostly all cement. So you look at this house here, you look at all these things here that are going on, and you say to yourself, wow, you know, what are the roofs? How do the roofs look? A roof can cost you probably $10, $15, $20,000 on a roof. That's quite a bit of money you're going to spend on a property. If your house is worth 80, 100,000, I say, oh man, that's it. That's the problem that you see. Okay, it can cost a lot. Okay. Hey, good morning, Eric. Yeah, Dwayne. So, yeah, you have palm trees here. You see the palm trees? Yeah, okay. But what are we talking about again? We talk about different things each day. Today's basically just going over what? Going over roofs. Finding out what the roofs are going to cost, you know, for a property. Now, we see this one here. This one looks like they're going to do some, I don't know, rehab or something. I'm not sure. They have a toilet here. So I'm not sure what's going on this one. But, you know, grass is kind of tall a little bit. Okay, yeah. So it looks like what they're doing is they're putting maybe an ADU in the back on this property here. But, you know, I don't want to spend $800,000, $900,000 on a property. Yeah. Yeah, so Eric, do your homework. You know, I think we talked about this before. Okay, do your homework, and you know, if you want to do Las Vegas next year, okay. Everybody asked me, said, well, you know, what should I be doing? I said, well, do some homework. Do your homework, okay? Finding out how to get the list maybe a year, 2 years, 3 years ahead of time. That's not my responsibility. You're the tax sale investor to learn it, okay? You're the investor to start learning this. That's why I went to Texas myself. I can get the list easily 2 years ahead, 1 year ahead in Texas. I just went down there because I'm doing my homework. And I tell people, I said, well, if you don't know how to do the homework, then, you know, get involved with people who know how to do the homework, okay? This is what I tell people. People want everything for free, but they don't want to put the work into it. And I said, you know, I've spent a lot of time and money to learn this knowledge. So this is a key. The key is knowledge, you know? And that's why most people live paycheck to paycheck. Do you know this? I'll tell you something. Do you know that 70% of all people live paycheck to paycheck? If you ever don't get anything from me at all, listen to this hard. 70% of all Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 70% are just puppets. For our government, from the elite, you're puppets. And until you start learning how to multiply your money, you're going to stay as puppets. And this is why I learn more knowledge as much as I can, okay? Yeah, that's correct, okay? Yeah, they do. Okay, well, that's your responsibility, okay? Because I went to Clark County. So I already know how to get the list a year ahead. Okay? I already know how to get the list ahead. I went there myself. I talked to the treasurer myself. You're not doing your homework correctly. That's your fault. Okay? That's your fault. But anyways, we're not going to get into that. We're not going to talk about that. Okay? I tell people, you want to learn, go to our free events. Okay? We have our free events. And this is what we started doing because people were complaining, I can't make it once a week. I said, fine. I'll do it every week, every day, sometimes twice a day. So you go to taxsalesclass.com, taxsalesclass.com. I'm doing like a class every day, and sometimes twice a day. If you register over there, it's a free event. If you don't, you're not serious about tax sales. You're just bumping around here to different channels watching. So that's why I decided to do it. Go to taxsalesclass.com, register for the free event, and start learning tax sales, start listening, start educating yourself, okay? And that's the key. People will go out and spend $3 or $5 on a coffee, but they won't even pay $5 to learn how to do education on their own, okay? So that's the key that I find out. All right, so that's it for this morning here. Roofs, remember roofs, very important. You do your homework on the roofs, okay? So thank you very much for watching, guys, okay? And